Welcome to the Cosmic Kinks Collective, Kinks as Sign series. This is Taurus edition. First off, a few disclaimers. Number one, safety first. Safe sex practices, normalizing safe sex practices, having safe sex practice conversations, and just overall constantly evolving our understanding of safe sex. Number two, risk-aware sex, which is part of safe sex, but really like getting down explicitly what the risks involved in sex are, either with ourselves or with a partner, so that we're prepared for the aftermath, because sex inherently plays with our hormones, right? And so we should at least have some kind of idea of what might happen afterward. Okay, so before I get started, these kinks are not just for Taurus, or if you have a Taurus lover, it's for everybody. These are just that if these kinks were a sign, they would so be Taurus. Guys, I'm just gonna get into it. Five kinks that would be Taurus. Okay, number one, massage and foreplay. First off, this is slowing down the eroticism of sex, and expanding it. Therefore, Taurus is an earth sign, and it really wants to get deep inside of the body as well. Taurus, more than any other sign, and actually all of these kinks that I have to deal with senses. Taurus has to do with the five senses, or six senses if you consider psychic stuff. But so we have to use our fingers, right, for massage and foreplay, and so it really like gets us deep inside of the experience while slowing it down. Okay, number two, blindfolds. This is because when we put blindfolds on and are touched, our focus goes so inward to what's going on right there in that body. Something about having the eyes closed really creates this psychological change where we're able to really submit to the pleasure inside of the experience. And that's so Taurus. Like Taurus rules the Empress in Tarot, and the Empress just like sits back and allows pleasure to come to her. And so there's something about having a blindfold on that really allows us to receive the pleasure that's being given to us. Okay, number three, food play. Whipped cream, chocolate sauce, caramel, all of it. Kitchen sex, if we're trying to be healthier, maybe some honey or some date syrup. But this is also just like the taste of sex too. As well, we could be using flavored condoms or flavored lubes. We can also make our own lubes that are pretty healthy, because we have to be careful with food play because sugar can really mess with our pH balance. But we can make our own lubes as well with like coconut oil and beeswax a little bit, and add some vanilla extract or something to it. Oh, cacao butter. Oh, that would be scrumptious, delicious food play on the body. And so yeah, anyway, this is just back to the senses, the taste of what sex can be like, involving the taste senses. Okay, number four, textures. Think silk, latex, leather, stockings, the sexiest of robes, and just feeling so luxurious inside of it. Or rubbing our hands down some stockings, or like feeling and smelling what leather is like. Okay, all of those kinds of like texture and material stuff is so Taurus. All right, finally, number five, breath play and choking. First off, trigger warning, of course, with choking, but also that when playing with breath play with partners, to always ask consent, always have safety, safe words, everything ready and prepared for when we do play with breath. And then the point of like, or the reason that breath play is inside of Taurus is because this is such an earthy, sensual experience, because when we are playing with breath, our breath rules blood. How we are breathing, the rhythm of our breathing, is literally how our blood is flowing, getting pumped throughout our body. And so like with choking, when we stop the blood flow, the blood just builds up and builds up and builds up, and then when it releases, it explodes. And so all of those pleasure hormones, or whatever kind of sexual hormones we have going on, get and are flowing throughout our entire blood system in the moment of sex. I mean, sex really just like takes over a whole body, right? And so it builds up, and then all of that just sprays out through the entire body and really just maximizes the pleasure. And this is the same when like engaging in breath play, either within ourselves, like focusing on our breath during sex, or in simultaneous with a partner. It really gets the blood flow, the hormones, into this like pattern that can be just expanded upon and controlled pleasure in a sense. And that's what can get us to like controlled orgasms, multiple orgasms, etc. Okay, those are the 5 kinks that, if they were assigned, they would be Taurus. Thanks so much for joining. I hope that you got something out of this. If you'd like, you can check out my astrology tarot videos. I do tarot readings for what's happening in the stars, so pretty consistently posting those. Yeah, thank you so much again. I hope that you take care. Peace.